Chapter 2, Culture Defined. Culture perspectives vary. Example, word culture describe, company require rules, expect. Apple company more take it easy, IBM more strict, follow rules. Different example, groups different, black, gay, deaf. Different category describe, mean, culture, historical, create, solution. 5 hallmarks of a culture. Culture versus community, surface and deep elements of culture, collectivist versus individualistic culture, insider, outsider distinction, American versus hearing culture, all-inclusive deaf perspective. History creates solutions. System of beliefs, cherish, custom, behavior, artifact, share, all of us member society use for manage the world in each other, pass down, and learn. Connect history, culture, people connect same life experiences, common language. Language use is passed down for generations. Culture includes art, literature, belief, morals, customs. Born with culture? No. You grow up, assimilate into culture? Yes. 5 hallmarks of a culture. Language, heritage, customs, arts, family, and cultural players. All 5 inclusive are important to show community identity. First, language connect, important, communication, express, I feel, think, idea, brainstorm. Important, community, survive, see success. Heritage include art, show soul, customs, show required applications, family, values, passed down for generations, cultural players, support deaf and show them what to do. 5 in isolation cannot, must all together to analyze, understand culture, special and important. But language, cherish, important, language of deaf here, America, reason, deaf community here as it grows and passes down the values, the customs, why it's special, why long ago there was a need to set up customs. For example, leave taking, go back in history to deaf. Contact, can't. Now, cell phone, VP, VRS, pager, social media, easy to contact, but still to this day, critical characteristic of deaf community. Arts show common theme of oppression by hearing, ignorance, and shows the beauty in ASL, pride of the deaf. Family and cultural players. Most deaf are born to parents and to hearing family, hearing experience. Hearing family doesn't know the deaf community, the deaf culture. Culture passed down through family, none. Deaf search, meet, find cultural players, help access, teach success to the hearing world, effective solutions, also communication breakdown. Deaf family turn to deaf community for information on news, religion, politics, and life. Many deaf see the deaf community members as their family to connect to have relationships with, shows the need for deaf culture and the importance of the deaf community. Culture versus community. Community, defined as group of people living in a common area, share goals that are the same, hobbies that are the same, interests that are the same. Live area, same, not necessary. Examples: bridge, video gaming, art, environment. Deaf community, just like the Black community, must live in the same area? No, scattered all over the place. Notice big metro city, see group of deaf. Access service, deaf community connect. Use ASL, culture the same. Supports, help to find. Schools, agencies, clubs, employment, and different organizations and resources. Surface versus deep elements of culture. Surface elements like language, food, and clothes. Deep elements, values, beliefs, customs, conversation, social etiquette, and rules of behavior. Deaf surface elements, none. Maybe a hearing aid or cochlear implant. Of course, ASL, American Sign Language. Around the world, there's two types of cultures: collectivist and individualist cultures. In a collectivist culture, the goal of the group comes before the goal of the individual. They accept change and expect a united community. They decide and vote for the good of the group and agree that their reputation is of the highest value. It's important to sacrifice the group success by waiving individual success. Respect the right of everyone to participate as an individual. Individualistic culture. Americans are one of the cultures that are individualistic. It is the attitude or behavior that demands my right and forbids against discrimination. Examples: IDEA law forbids against discriminating certain groups. Another example is child rearing practices. When a mother births a child, they are separated from each other. The baby sleeps in the nursery and the mother sleeps in a family bed. They're separate. In other countries, all the family sleeps in one bed. The perspective of discrimination is different in America. You can't discriminate. But in Japan, it's acceptable to discriminate based on job qualifications, whether you are fluent in Japanese, etc. The book, Reading Between the Signs, show the tendencies of deaf collectivist culture. Insider-outsider distinctions. To the deaf, it is important to know whether you're hearing or deaf, which deaf school or deaf institute you went to and attended, whether you grew up knowing sign or learned it recently. These are all part of initial introductions in the deaf community. This information sharing is an important part of deaf culture, just like collectivist culture. As a group united, they survive. They see success. Why? The deaf don't understand the hearing need for privacy. American and hearing culture. Time and time again, deaf say hearing culture, but really, is it hearing culture or is it American culture? For example, independence is valued, yes, but also mutual dependence to help sustain independence as individuals and as a group. Egalitarianism. Deaf interact with each other without consideration for race, education, economic status, religion, and areas that have few deaf residents. ASL unites. Deaf culture exercises personal choice. Important for the deaf community to search for a job, find a partner, access services, utilize education. Achievement. The success ladder, not measured on personal success, but they share the goal success of the community. They have pride in the success of other deaf people and want the deaf community to be successful. Compartmentalization. Just like small town, deaf know all do their lives, secret never. Hearing culture. Hearing use, not deaf use. Yes. Show hearing tend, thought, attitude, hearing. No, deaf must hear. We must fix the deaf. Deaf are frustrated with the lack of access. When hearing people stand near their ear and talk loudly to help them hear their speech, and lack of visual access to common information. In conclusion, deaf experience has different analyses. Deaf can live hybrid, 1 foot, deaf, 1 foot. 1 foot in the hearing world, 1 foot in the deaf world. They may not know sign, but they possess core values of the deaf community. Effective solutions for living in the deaf community, and the evolution to mesh with the hearing world.